Well, here I am. And I'm heading out to get some writing done this morning. And yeah. So this is like, I did a little bit of writing when I was in Tennessee, doing the whole Chattanooga thing with LibertyCon and all that stuff. And but that was like, plain writing and just trying to throw some in where I could here or there, getting a little inspired from time to time. So just putting some words down. I have two projects that I'm working on right now. And first one is The Steward, which is the sequel to The Caretaker. The other one is a zombie book. And look, I've been working on this one for a while, and I'm like 30-something thousand words into it. And it's basically just like a zombie apocalypse in the most absurd way imaginable, because it is social commentary, and we live in an absurd world. So I really just kind of wanted to throw something out there that was fun and interesting to make some people think. And that one I've been working on for a long time. The idea was in gestation maybe like 15-20 years ago. And I just always thought, like, this is the book that I'm going to write, and then everything derailed and The Caretaker happened, which is fine. But it's not a project that I'm content to just leave sit there. This is something I have to write and have to be done with, because I can have all kinds of fun with it. And I like to write humorous crap. So I like to inject humor into my stories. Dark humor is my favorite. And that is exactly what a zombie apocalypse love story is kind of going to be like. So it's just a story about a guy trying to save his girlfriend in the zombie apocalypse. But there's too many twists and turns to really accurately get into. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to the coffee shop and see if I can get some writing in. I'll probably have more thoughts along the way. So, yeah, time to go. Here we go. I'm at a stoplight. I thought I'd say hi. So when I went to the author convention, I had this amazing time, right? And I really I want to hold on to that motivation, because it's hard to go somewhere where you are surrounded by people that think in similar ways and that do similar things to you in that kind of community, and not be inspired by some of their stories and some of the things that they've gone through. A couple of the people that I met and talked to at this convention were like, look, a few years ago, I had one book under my belt and I was attending my first convention. And now I'm sitting up here on a panel and I'm speaking and I'm helping authors and I'm, talking about these different things. And, to me, that's just really inspiring, because that is what I want to do and that's what I want to be. Now, I tend not to get envious or jealous or anything like that. I simply like to see people succeeding and be like, that's a mark that I believe that I can hit. And one of the things that I learned early on when I was writing was when I first started, really thinking about, okay, I want to put a book together and I want to do all this kind of stuff, is that my path is my own path. And I think it's something that as writers we lose sight of. We think, well, this person, did this and went to this particular writers group, so I'm going to do that and go to this same kind of writers group. And you've got to understand that what works for one person basically works for one person. I mean, every single story in terms of somebody becoming an author or writing a book, writing their first book or what have you, they're all different. Everybody's had some kind of a different path to get there. We do not walk along identical paths. You have a different story, you are a different person, your habits, your moods, your process is completely different from everybody else. So if something doesn't happen for you that you had your sights set on, I think it's really important for you to tell yourself, you know what, this just wasn't my path. I'm going to have a different one. And start carving that path, taking each step forward, trying to put some of the doubts in your head away, and really try and make your own way and let your own story shine. Think of it that way. Because they are all very unique paths, especially if you have similar goals. And that's what I used to do. I used to look at other writers that had published their first book and, had it out and were promoting it and all those kinds of things. And I'm like, man, what did they do? And I need to copy what they did. It's the wrong way to do it. It's a terrible way to think about it, because now I was comparing myself to somebody else and their success and their path, which we're just too different for that to be something that can work. So if there's anything I would tell you, if you are writing or want to write, or all of those things, and you're one of those people that's just kind of trying to find your way, either to finish the first book or get it published and get it out there, all those different things, is to really keep all of this in mind. Keep in mind that your path is your own. You will have your own successes and your own failures, and they will absolutely shape you as a human into what you are as a writer, as an author, as a creator, as to any of those things. Look, the same stuff applies to any adventure you take. As many of you know, I ran a martial arts school for the better part of a dozen years, and that was a very similar thing where it's like, I can't copy someone else's success. Someone else's martial arts school cannot be my martial arts school, because I am a different person. And sure enough, I had my own trials and tribulations with that in order to get everything up and running. There were so many times where I thought I just have to shut down because of one thing or another, one circumstance or another. And it never really worked out that way. And that's because I trusted myself and forged my own path. So my goal now is to apply those same lessons that I learned running a business, like a brick and mortar, like a martial arts school, and apply them to my writing. And basically say, okay, look, I gotta let go, man. I have to give myself a little bit of breathing room to fail, to learn, to succeed, and all of those different things. And if I do that, I'll be okay. And if I'm okay, that means more books are gonna come out. Being okay is pretty cool. I'm just saying. Now comes that part of the program where I have to see if somebody's using the only electric charger in this parking garage. This part sucks because I'm bracing to be disappointed, and I am not disappointed, but I kind of am, because there's a bunch of cones here. What are the cones for? So my charging spot is blocked off because it is reserved for pride. Listen, I have no problem with anybody being proud of who they are. I think that's a beautiful and amazing thing. I want that for everybody. But I also want to charge my freaking car. Blocking off 4 spots, one of which is the only charging station in this garage, is just kind of irritating and unnecessary, because there's like 5 spots, 10 spots, 30 spots right here. But that's fine. I'm just gonna go right. One thing I will say about the Pride organizers, even though it was a real dick move to block the only charging spot in the parking garage when it was completely unnecessary, is the fact that they have really pretty colors. So they do up this area really nice. They got a party going on and all that kind of stuff. And hey, I am happy to see people being out and about and being who they are. I'm just irritated because gas is $5 a gallon, and I want to charge my fucking car, and that's the only fucking place in the parking garage that I can. So chalk me up as irritated today. But that's good. A little bit of edge. And honestly, that's an awesome thing because of the scenes that I have to write. So I'm actually glad I'm a little pissed off this morning. It's kind of nice. Yeah. Plus bonus, I got my seat. All right, let me go settle in. All right, man. Sandwich ordered, coffee ordered, and I got a good seat right next to the fireplace. Even though it's gonna be 90 degrees and it won't be on. It's the mood, you know? It's the whole mood of it. I need like a nice bear skin rug and pipe, fire, ready to lay down some prose. That's not how I write. It's not anything close. I'm just checking out and like loading up my sheets and my chapters and all that kind of stuff. And where I am right now is at 12,058 words. So 12,000, right? And that's good because I was stuck just over 10 for like a long time, a really long time, until finally just some inspiration and idea hit, and I decided, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go in this direction to get this chapter done, and I did, and it turned out really good, so I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna see what I can do. From 12,000, I'm hoping I can put down like another 1,000 to 2,000 right now over the course of the next couple hours, and then head home and probably do some more. I'm trying to make today as much of a writing day as I possibly can, just to get stuff done, man, because the story needs to get out there. And let me tell you, I've got some really wild twists and turns in this one. I am very excited about how this is going and continuing William St. Denis' journey through his own mind and the minds of others. So, yeah, I gotta brace myself. I got some serious stuff to write, and then I'm gonna lighten it up and probably throw a little bit of funny stuff in there too, which is nice. It should make for a good writing day, and they just call me for my coffee. So here I go. Well, my parking meter is up, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and call it right there to head back, so I can head back home and just settle in a little bit, and then put some more words down and see what that's all like. Pride stuff is going crazy here right now. There's a lot of noise and commotion in and out of the coffee shop, and well, it's a little too much as far as the stimulation goes for me. So, all right, we got to try this shift, get home and put some more words down. Now, I did throw down about 800 words in a short period of time. I am happy about that. Story's moving along, so that's good. It's really nice when everything just kind of flows like that, you know? When it's like, all right, I know what I'm writing next. I know what the scene is supposed to be like. There's no question. It's good for me, honestly, because, you know, I tried the whole pantsing thing, you know, plotters and pantsers and all that, but not for me. I need to have a little bit of a plan, at least, for what I'm going to write next. So I'm going to go back into this parking garage and remain triggered at the fact that I didn't get to charge my car today. That's fine. All because of a parade. Come on, people. One spot. There's one spot to charge your car, and gas is $5 a gallon. You blocked it off and you didn't use the spot. It's just rude. All right, I'm fine. I'm done. Everything's fine. Again, practicing stoicism. Hold on. Practicing stoicism, trying to let go of the things I can't control, even if you're being an asshole, and reserving the one spot where you can charge a car and then not using it. Letting go. Letting go. I'm centering myself. I'm being mindful, practicing gratitude in the present moment, even though I didn't get to charge my fucking car. It's probably not the way Epictetus did it, but that's fine. All right, I'm gonna head back home, record a little bit more or what have you, because the story is flowing and I need to put more words down. This book will not write itself. Apparently it's up to me to do it. So here we go. Let's get home. Okay, I'm back home, and some time on the sofa with Crash's crash pillow right behind me and his butthole right there. It's what? Jackie's, you're laughing at me because of Crash's butthole. At least it's not the smelly one. That's the one that's attached to him, but it's good. There's apparently lots of plant chores going on today. As you can see behind me, there is literally a jungle right here. So I'm gonna try and focus, get some music going, and continue with the words and all that stuff. And I don't know, see how productive I can make it today by putting this stuff down. Here's the problem with being at home. All the snacks are here and like the chocolate, and like I just kind of don't want to write and just want to eat chocolate. But I'm gonna try and reward myself. However many words I'm at, if I can get 10 more words, then I can have chocolate. That should work fine. Okay, I'm gonna get to it, and I'll wrap up this video shortly. Here we go. Okay, well, this was definitely a writing day. It is, I mean, I started pretty early. It's 3:30, and I had some breaks in between and things like that. Did a little bit of editing, had to do a little bit of researching to try and find some stuff that I'm sprinkling into this story. But all told, I started the day and I was just short, I think, of around 12,000 words. And I am now just behind 15,000 words. So I put down around 2,500 today, almost 3,000 words, finished chapters 1 through 6, which is pretty good. I'm at a pace on this one to actually have slightly longer chapters than the prior book. I'm aiming for a bit longer of a story on this one because there's a lot that I have to set up for the following story, the following book, and the rest of William's adventure. I'm really trying to take my time and hone in on all those different things that I have to do in order to make all of that work. You'll see more from me soon about all this, and if you want a sneak peek at some of the words that I put down for this book, the first little set of words on chapter 1, go ahead and follow me on Instagram or on Facebook. I'll put the links right over here somewhere, and you should be able to see. On there, I posted just the beginning of chapter 1, so I hope you like it. Follow me on there, and apart from that, I'll be back soon with yet another video and some more crazy thoughts and everything else. So I hope you've enjoyed this one and enjoyed coming along and writing with me and all of my ensuing rants about everything. And I will talk to you very, very soon.